Hi Aquarius, welcome to the Quiet Moon Oracle. Aquarius, this is your February love reading. This February, the remaining of it, of course, love has been shifting, and I'm very curious to see how this has shown up for you. This reading is for anyone feeling change. Look at that, cards already facing in opposite directions, so the cards definitely want to talk to you already. But again, this message is for anyone who's feeling change or feeling like there's an emotional movement in their love life. We're going to be looking at the feelings, intentions, and what's unfolding for love this month. So please take what resonates, trust your intuition, and allow this messages to find you. All right, so let's go ahead and take a deep breath here, and we'll start pulling out cards. Okay, so again, I am looking for messages for Aquarius for their love reading. We want to know where their heart is right now, what the shift is happening in their love life, if there's any shifts that are occurring, and what is the feeling beneath the surface in regards to love. Are there any influence connections? Just need one more card here. Well, actually a couple, but one more for this particular question. What feelings are influencing this connection? Thank you. And what are any intentions? We'll take that one. And lastly, where is February leading? Thank you. Okay, Aquarius. Just remember that card. All right, so let's quickly jump in. So right now, where your heart is, we have the King of Pentacles, right? So your heart is feeling fulfilled. It's feeling abundant. It is just like in a sense of like security, right? You're in a really good shape when it comes to your emotional state when it pertains to love. And again, this could be from external influences that's just like you've done the work and you're healed on your own. But this also can mean that because you are balanced in other materialistic aspects in your life, that this is why your heart feels like that it's full. But again, right now, you're just abundant. Look at all the greens that are growing around him. Look how he's just sitting there in his throne that is accented with gold, and it's just flourishing. Okay, so let's see where this shift is changing here for you when it comes to love. Like what is moving in your love life at this month, right? And we have the Hierophant, and that's backwards, right? And that's kind of like feeling, normally when this card is upright, that means like, you know, you're following like institution, like a belief, religious belief, or that you just go with like what's considered normal or what society tells you to do. And that aspect, it's not where it's coming here. When it's reversed, I feel that you're pushing against what the norms are, right? You're going against the grains. Kind of think of like the unconventional feeling or thought about love, right? So maybe this has to do that you're wanting to be in love or wanting to be in a relationship, but it's just simply not in the conventional way that we have been brought up to be in a relationship, right? Maybe this is an open relationship, or it could just be that you don't want a relationship and you just want someone there when you can call. Okay. And when we continue to look at like what are the influences or the feelings that are influencing this idea and this connection, it's just the idea that you know that you can manifest anything, right? That you have the power, you have the confidence, and you have the willpower to just follow what you believe is good for you. And if I go back on the idea that this could possibly be that you are into a possibly an open relationship, then that would make a lot of sense why we would have your love in your heart feeling balanced, right? And being fulfilled and being whole, right? Because if we look at a relationship in the aspect of what we are told of having a monogamous relationship, that we know that we'll be with one individual and that we will be guiding them or learning from them and building a relationship, right? But now when you have an open relationship, that opens up another aspect to it, right? Now there's multiples individuals that you would have to create boundaries with and that you would have to learn and grow, and that pushes. But I feel like you've already made a decision and that you're fine with this. You're mature enough to really set those boundaries and to allow yourself to explore, which is honestly, it's beautiful, right? Because love comes in many shapes and sizes and color, and there's nothing wrong with them. So when we keep on moving with your reading, we want to see like what are the intentions that are surrounding the situation, right? And we have the Knight of Wands, and this Knight, of course, we know that the Wands are it's an air, they're air signs, of course, but it deals with fire, with passion. And I feel like that's the energy that's coming in, right? You're being adventurous, you're being fearless. This could also be that the person that you may be considering to be involved with has also this energy and that they're coming to you rather quickly. I want to put a clarifier for that. Can you please clarify the Knight of Wands? Is this the energy of Aquarius or is it of someone who's coming in? Okay, and then we got the reversed Ten of Cups. And usually this is a card, when it upright, it's a card about like a completion, a balance, a harmony, a relationship, inner happiness, and we have it reversed. So what I'm receiving here is, even though that you are open to possibly having an open relationship or considering moving out of like what's considered norm, the individual that is coming toward you is coming from a previous relationship or just from a background where they struggled in their relationship, and then this individual's mind and emotion is not completely stable enough to go ahead and understand what you're looking for, right? They're coming from shattered dreams, a broken family. And I believe that if you are able to have this communication and if they're not able to understand, I think that for the rest of the month, what love is teaching you right now is that there will be a sudden change, right? There will be a type of awakening or release, and it could be the release of this individual that could be coming in or that is already here. So there may be a change in the dynamic, and maybe this person is not ready for what you are wanting to present or wanting to live out. I just want to look at the cards really quick. Yeah, see? So even with the cards, when I'm looking at this with the changes here of what's going to happen, and we're saying that these changes may happen because of this individual, we're getting that this person is holding back. It's very undecided, is not open to new adventures, they're not risk taking, they're coming from a place of less, of poverty, and that they're not aligned with any of the values that we're sharing, and there's definitely delays and their motivation, to agree with you and to be in a relationship. And then we got the Chariot card, which you also got in your general reading. So if you haven't seen that, I would suggest that you go ahead and see that, and we'll put that here at the end of the video for you to watch. But there's movement on your part. Okay, Aquarius, so I hope that this message resonated with you on some level. If you feel compelled to like and subscribe to the channel, please do so, as that helps the channel grow and allows me to continue to build up the collective energy so that I can continue to read lovely messages. In the message box, please let me know if this message resonated with you, because I'm really curious to know if this is where your love is really focused on not having what we considered a normal relationship. I know there's a big spectrum on that, and I think it's beautiful of whichever way you fall on that, but I'm just really curious to know. So again, thank you very much for being here with me. Again, please look at your general reading. If you haven't done so, it'll be up here. And Aquarius, I will speak to you soon.